Yo, what's up, fellas? I'm about to put you on today. I just wanted to talk about some artists that I've discovered as of the past, 8 or so months. Maybe a little longer. Just people that I feel like deserve to be talked about and they deserve more exposure. But these are people that, I've been talking about on Twitter pretty consistently as of recently, or that I've discovered literally of the past, 2 months. And I'm just, I fuck with their music. So I think you should, too. These are definitely people that deserve to be listened to. And they all, not all of them, but most of them have projects that have dropped this year, or they should be dropping this year. For example, we'll start with Gianni and Kyle. They recently toured with Hoodie Allen, which that's how I found out about them. And their music is fantastic. They just released at the end of 2018. They released a project called She's No Angel. It's literally just all fucking bangers. They just started their new era recently. We don't know anything about album name or blah, 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 but it's this all yellow aesthetic. They released a song called Close, which is so good. And then they just released literally last week a song called How You Get, and that one's good too. Kyle dropped some fucking bars, so definitely check them out. They deserve the exposure. They're so nice, so sweet. I'm hoping that they tour this year and, release an album so that I can go buck wild. I hated that I just said that. I'm so sorry. So yeah, that I can, go nuts and go see my friends and shit, do some traveling. So Gianni and Kyle, please tour. I'm begging you. Next, we're going to talk about Yeek. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. It's spelled like yeet, just with the K at the end. I just discovered him because he has a feature with Dominic Fike, who I'm going to talk about next. He released I think it'd technically be an EP. It's 6 songs. They're all really good. One of them is a collab with Jesse Rutherford. And yeah, it's a good project. I really just listened to that very recently. I really like it though. Next, we'll talk about Dominic Fike, who his project Don't Forget About Me Demos that was re-released late last year. It's so good. He's doing a bunch of cool shit, I think. I think he's really about to pop off. I found out about him through Brockhampton though, because they released a video on their channel about him. It's called This Is Dominic Fike, and it's a music video for his song 3 Nights, which he has a music video on his own channel, so it was a second thing that they did. And then Kevin Abstract put him on 2 songs on Arizona Baby. It was Crumble and Peach, which Peach is my song of the year. I'm absolutely fucking obsessed with that song. But no, I think Dominic Fike's really gonna blow up. I think he's gonna go real far because he's so good and his music deserves the exposure and it deserves to be listened to. He's fantastic. So that's that. And next, Aries, who I discovered through listening to the Don't Forget About Me demos, because you know how Spotify does that thing where it starts a radio station when you finish listening to something? I was listening to the Don't Forget About Me demos, and then it went into the radio mode, and Race Car by Aries came on, and I was like, oh shit, this bangs. Who is this? And then, yeah, he has an album that just recently came out, and he's so good. My great friend Sarah and I found him in the same week. She was like, do you know who this Aries person is? And I was like, I've heard a song. It came up on my radio station thing. And she was like, well, this album is popping. And I really I like every song on the album, but specifically Home, Santa Monica, Race Car, and Bad News are my 4 favorites. It's only a 9-song album, which I really like. And lastly, we're going to talk about Sizzy Rocket, who she released a single called Sid Vicious this year. So good. And it's going to be part of her album that comes out on June 14th called Girl, Grrrl. Pretty sure it's 3 R's. I will put another thingy over here that tells you if that's right. But it does. It comes out June 14th, right before she goes on tour. And she's doing a pretty small tour. If you can cop tickets, I definitely recommend it. If you're coming here from following me on Twitter, you already know who she is because she toured with Lauren Sanderson twice. And yeah, she's so good, and she's a fucking insanely good performer. She gets so into it. She like pours water all over herself. She tore her shirt off in the middle of her set. Like, she's doing the absolute most. And I love it. And I love her whole, like, punk girl thing. But, yeah, those are just a few people that I've been really fucking with recently that you should totally check out. They make great music, and I like their content. And you might like it, too. Who knows? So that's it from me this time. Totally check those people out. I'll have their shit in the description, all through Spotify, because I don't use anything else. But if you watched this long, thank you. I don't know why you did, but I appreciate it. That's it from me this time. Peace.